Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see, right? I feel like I haven't been on YouTube in quite a while. My Instagram is pretty much where I post daily, so if you don't follow me there, please head over to Instagram, follow my page, subscribe to my channel here, and you'll never miss a beat. So anyway, let's get started on today's video. Today's video is just an update, and I'd love to answer some questions that I've been getting from you guys, starting first and foremost with the exercise question. Most people want to know, how often am I training? I am training 6 days a week, and on the 7th day, I do not rest. I do something that I like to do. So it could be hiking or biking or kayaking, or I'm not the sit around type person. I love to be active. So on that day of rest, no more Zumba though, because no more injuries. Another question that I get is about my eating. And yes, I was on Optavia, transitioned off, and now I'm following a meal plan through my coach in competition prep. And it is so trial and error right now, guys. I started out with just a basic plan that she put me on, and it worked, but it didn't really get to where we wanted it to in the amount of time. Every single week my meal plan is changing, and it is done that way because we're headed toward a goal that we have to meet, and things have to be right. So after that happened, we switched it over to carb cycling. So what that meant was 2 days of low carb, 1 day high carb, 2 days low carb, 1 day high carb. That was wonderful, but the problem is I'm not a very good person when it comes to carbohydrates. They make me hungry, they make me tired, they make me sluggish, and I have a tendency to hold on to water. So that high carb day, even though it was great for my gym, the amount of stamina that I had, it just wasn't good overall. I would get gassy and bloated and just no. So then we went back to like a moderate to low carb. That was going really well for a while, but again, that bloated feeling, and I don't know, guys, I'm just not a big carb person. I'm not burning tons of calories every day to offset the amount of carbs. So my coach is great. I've been talking to her. Just a really pivotal conversation that we just recently had was, at 50 years old, we don't burn the amount of calories at rest that we do when we're 20. And on Optavia, my calories were so low that it did enable me to lose 1 to 1.5 pounds every single week without fail. It was just, I was in such a huge calorie deficit. Now, with building the muscle and training as hard as I am, you would think that the weight would just fly off, but it's not. And she reminded me that it's not weight loss. We are in the zone for fat loss. Big difference. So, weighing yourself on the scale, it will fluctuate depending upon, do I have a heavy leg day? Usually after a heavy leg day, I'm up 2 pounds on the scale. Doesn't mean that I gain 2 pounds of body fat. It just means that I'm holding on to water. And as those few days go by, it goes away. But one of the problems that I have been having is that my jeans that I pulled out, because we have been getting some cool weather here, my jeans are getting snug. And yeah, they're getting a little bit tighter in the quads and whatever. That's to be expected. That's great. But they're getting a little snug around the waist. What does that mean? So what we're doing now strategically, my coach, we are dropping calories. So I was at almost 1,500 calories a day. We're going to be dropping them down to a little bit over 1,200 calories. And instead of having 4 meals a day, we're going to do like 7 and 8 meals a day. And we're kind of going to mimic that Optavia, eating smaller meals every 2 to 3 hours, probably about every 2 hours with the amount that I have to eat, to see if that can get my metabolism really going again. And then we're going to, instead of me doing my heavy training and my 45 minutes of cardio simultaneously. Like I lift and then I go right on the cardio. And this is at night because I work during the day. I'm gonna wake up bright and early, guys, 5 a.m. Oh my God. And get fasted cardio out of the way, come home, shower, go to work, and then train at night. That will seem to work a little bit better for me. Again, trial and error. We're gonna see. We're gonna find that sweet spot of where I can continue to build this muscle, right? And lose some of the fat around my waist. And it's not a lot of fat. It's just, by now, I should be like tapering in a little bit. And while I do have a narrow waist, it's not where I would expect it to be, where I want it to be, what have you. So that is something that I just want to get out there because some of the questions that come in are kind of within that realm. Another question that I've gotten recently is all about macros. What are my macros? Truthfully, guys, I don't even know. One of the best things about having and hiring a coach for competition prep is that is their job. Their job is to figure out the macros, the calories, everything that I need to build the muscle, lean down, and step on stage. I could ask her and stuff, but it is such a head game, this training. It is really a head game that I don't want to focus on that part of it. I just want to eat what she tells me to eat and go about my day. So I don't want to have to worry about anything calculation-wise. That's not my job. I'm paying her to do that. And again, going back to that phrase I used before in the last clip is the trial and error. So Coach Susie and I have known each other. She's been my coach now before my injury, and then I took that hiatus while I was recovering, and then now consistently since the end of June, I think. So it's trial and error. So she is literally going week by week by week, seeing how I'm progressing and rearranging macros. And I mean, I guess I can get them for you, but doesn't matter. Everybody's different. We all have different needs. Another question is, how am I motivated? How am I staying motivated? It is not easy. I will tell you, competition prep, guys, is not an easy thing. It messes with your head. For instance, this is something that I want. And so when I set my mind to something, I usually go for it. I usually am strict and that there's nothing going to interfere. Now, life gets in the way, right? I work full time, have a family, I have interests. Maybe I want to just chill out. Maybe I just want to hang out with friends, whatever. But this is something, so it's a sacrifice for me, and it's not always easy to say no. Like yesterday at work, somebody was gonna buy me lunch, and I had to decline it, and I said, you can buy me a water bottle. And so we had a nice little, hangout. She had lunch, I had water, and that's the way it was. But, it is a sacrifice, and it does mess with the head. And when I say that, here's what I'm saying. So I'm seeing the scale creep up a little bit, and that can mess with somebody's head, right? I know that that is not body fat. I know I'm not eating poorly and gaining weight. That's not the case. I'm building muscle. Fat is slowly going away. Some of it is not yet. And that can mess with your head. So I have to learn not to get on that scale every day. I have to learn that because I am back to doing that, and I don't know why. It can mess with your head when you go to the gym and you see like 20-year-olds who are just putting on that muscle and are lean as can be, and like within 3 months they're like ripped to hell, and in 3 months I have a little bit. So that can mess with your head. Like, you can't compare yourself. It can mess with your head when I watch this one girl. She's amazing. I watch her form and I'm just in awe. But that girl can deadlift and squat like a ton of weight. I'm not there yet. I have to work at my own pace, slowly build. Every week I try to increase my weight, and obviously you can't do that every week or else you'd be lifting 1,000,000 pounds. But you have to build a foundation to get there. Now, obviously that's what I'm trying to do, so it's going to take some time. The plan is to compete in the spring/summer of 2020. So that gives me like a full pregnancy amount of time to get my body in shape. Now, God willing, I get there, right? We're gonna see what happens. I can only take it day by day, but I have a very, very high capability of building muscle. Like I am building muscle, and it's happening fairly quick, and some people take a lot longer. I can do it without a ton of carbohydrates, and others need a ton of carbohydrates. So everybody's different. Taking it day by day, and that's pretty much what's going on. So anyway, that's pretty much my little update, some of the questions that I've been getting. I don't know if you have any questions that you want to ask me, leave them below. I'd be more than happy to answer them as always. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So anyway, guys, I hope you all have a great day. Have a wonderful holiday weekend. Make smart choices, get some exercise, and enjoy life. And stay focused, be happy, and that's all we can ask for, right? Be happy and healthy. I'll talk to you all soon. Have a great day. Bye, guys.